Hi guys, welcome to another live trading session with Optionables. I'm Saket and today we are going to review the trades taken on 10th of May. So today was a completely range bound day and we had some amazing theta decay, and that's what we are going to see. And we'll also try to see what are the things we can learn. So I have tried to summarize everything what we can learn from today's trade. So hope you guys like it. And there's also links to Telegram, Instagram and Twitter down in the description. Don't forget to join our channel and hope you guys like it. And don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button down there.
Welcome to another trading session, guys. So right now it's raining very heavily in Bangalore, and I guess you can hear the sound of rain as well. So today, as mentioned, we are going to review the trades taken on 10th of May. So we will exactly see how the trade went, what adjustments we did, and what exactly happened. And today the BankNifty was completely flat. There was absolutely no move in BankNifty, and the opening and the time when we took the trade and till the close, it was hardly a matter of just around 20-30 points move. So we have already entered trade at 12:30. You can see the quantity here, 1200 shorted, and you can see the break-even prices also. I have shorted almost at the same price. So both have been almost shorted at 350 rupees only. So let me just open the chart on kite. Right, this is the 5 minutes chart which I have opened on kite of BankNifty, and you can see here around 12:30, BankNifty was in the range of somewhere around 33,178. I think that's also visible on the screen. You can see from here to here, there's absolutely zero move from here till here. So you can see that on the screen as well. It's 33,178, and this is when we take the trade. Actually, there's nothing much to explain today because there were absolutely no adjustments except for one, which I'll be showing you. We just stick to the system, place the stop loss how we usually do, and you can see the time is 12:33 and we started with a negative 1000 loss. And as we move on, here it's around 10 minutes extra. We are still trading around the same range, so neither we have gone up or neither we have come down. So let me move further ahead, and here as we come to around 1 o'clock, let me just show you the 1 o'clock trade as well. We'll just move back. Okay, there's a power cut, so maybe you might see the video suddenly becoming darker because due to the heavy rain there is some power cut now. So now I'll be showing you the trade taken at 1 o'clock, and it's around 1 o'clock and you can see me entering the trade. You can see here there is a slight imbalance of position, but that should absolutely not bother us. But I won't be going to this again because I will be further adding on the imbalance. So it's 330, 374. If I again go at 33,200 calls and 33,200 puts, I'll be further adding on to the imbalance. So rather what I decide to do is I decide to short options of similar premium. So you can see here, let me just show that to you. I have shorted 33,200 puts and 33,300 calls. So when it gets added, you can see here the puts are almost trading at 320 rupees and the calls are trading at 333 rupees. So almost they both have matched. And here I have on the other hand calls which has slightly gone up, but a 50 point up is pretty fine, so not quite enough for me to do any adjustments. So it's quite good enough. So I carry on this position now. So I have 1200 quantity shorted here, 1200 quantity shorted here, and 2400 shorted at puts. So now you can see the M2M at 1 o'clock is still negative 2000, and which means half an hour, that is from 12:30 to 1 o'clock, no much change has been seen, and we have taken two positions now, and we are slightly higher on the call side. You can see that here there's 384 and these two are pretty well balanced. As we move ahead, so I placed a stop loss for both the legs, so that's what you can see here. So I'm placing stop loss for P at 430. So as we move ahead, we do find that our M2M is now slowly going up. You can see it's a 1.6 and from negative 2000 we have come up to almost 11,400, and you can see that there is hardly 50 points move in Bank Nifty. There is not much move also in Bank Nifty, hardly 50 points, and there is some good amount of theta decay happening. So let's move even further now. Okay, so here you can see that Nifty and Bank Nifty both came down. So from the levels of 220, they just dropped to 162. And when that happened, you can quite clearly see that the premiums which were where there was some imbalance, suddenly the imbalance turned on the other side. So that's the reason I keep telling, don't adjust exact point to point, because if the market has gone up and then comes back, the things reverse on their own. But the thing is, this is again not much for me to adjust. So there is absolutely no need to do any sort of adjustment, because Bank Nifty has not actually moved quite a lot of points from where we started. We started when Bank Nifty was around 33,180, and it hasn't moved much, so it's right where it is. So there's absolutely no need to balance. And if it breaks 100 or below 100, then it's cause of concern, and maybe we'll have to adjust. But right now, we have seen some amount of theta decay happening quite well, and within the matter of 12 minutes, from all the way from negative 2000, we have come up to positive 37,000. So we will see what exactly happens. I still haven't adjusted any positions because there's absolutely no need to do that. There is still balance in premium, and there's no much imbalance right now. So as I move ahead, you can see that even after 10 more minutes, we are more or less in the same position. And I move further ahead. So now you see here by 1:30, that is, it's 1 hour since we got into the trade, and it's been half an hour since we took the second trade. We have reached around 50,000, and Bank Nifty is around 33,150. So it's more or less where it started, just around 20-30 points. So you have got some excellent theta decay happening here. So you can see that here the put is slowly going up, and the imbalance is increasing, but not enough for us to adjust the position. So there is no need to come to a higher premium CE, because Bank Nifty is still holding. There is no breakdown in Bank Nifty, and there is absolutely no need to shift the position. Right. So when we further move ahead around 140, you can see that the M2M has shot up quite a lot, because the market is just where it is, and we haven't done anything to the trade. The premiums are now balancing on their own, so we haven't adjusted any position. The M2M shoots up to 72,000 on its own just by theta decay. It's just been hardly 36 minutes since we were at zero, and within span of 36 minutes we have come to 72,000. So again, as I told you, there's nothing much in this trade, because we haven't adjusted the position at all. They were balancing out quite well. We were looking at the levels of 250 or 200 on the downside to consider even making small adjustments, but that didn't come at all. So as I wait for some more time, around the time of 2 o'clock before we take the trade, you can see that the M2M has already come from 70,000 to 85,000. There's a further 15,000 increase in M2M, and now is when I take the 2 o'clock trades. So here you can see that I am shorting 33. Okay, this is not the C which I shorted. Right. Here you can see that I am shorting 33,200C and 33,200P. And both are more or less trading in the same range, 324, 338. So both are more or less trading in the same range. And I placed the orders, and also I placed the stop loss for all. And you can see my M2M by 14.6, which is 2.6, has now touched around 1 lakh. And you can see the positions. There are quite well balanced, and you can see the premiums of puts and calls. There's absolutely no need to adjust. And as I told you, today the market was so flat, there was absolutely no need of adjustment, except for the last moment where I did one small adjustment, which was totally unnecessary, and I will show that to you. So as we move ahead, nothing much has changed. Absolutely nothing has changed, and you can see that we still continue to hold the same position 18 minutes later, our MTM has come to 1,20,000. Nothing has changed, but our MTM has come to 1,20,000. So we further move on in the trade. It starts hovering around 1,20,000 to 1 lakh. And here is where I make one more adjustment. As you can see here, around the time of around the time of 14:30, which is around 2:30, you see that the Bank Nifty suddenly falls to 33,100. So this is where we thought we'll make one small adjustment. Our MTM has also dropped to 95,000 from 1,20,000. So now you can see some clear difference in the premium. So there is at 360 puts, I have 3 lots, that is 3 sets at 360, 2 sets at 290 and 1 set at 250. Now there is some disturbance in the premium, so they are not in a comfortable position. If the move had continued down, then the adjusting what I did would make complete sense. That would have given us quite a good profit. But the market bounced back from here, so that's the reason the adjustment what I did didn't make a lot of sense. So I'll show that to you. So here I make the adjustment. There will be one small glitch also. My buy order doesn't go. All I wanted to do is square off the 33,300 C and shift to 33,100 Cs. So I'll repeat that again. Wanted to square off this 33,300 C, which was at 250, shift to 33,100 C, which was at 360. So this is all I wanted to do, and I do that. And you can see that there was one small glitch. This C didn't get squared off at all. So only this C got shorted, but this didn't get squared off at all. So that's the reason it costed us almost 8 to 9 points, which resulted in around 12,000 rupees lesser MTM. So otherwise the MTM would have been around 1,13,000. So as we move ahead, again after this, there is absolutely nothing done in the trade. So we just leave as it is, and so we just move ahead. One more thing happened, and I'll be showing that towards the end. And as we move ahead, you can see that the MTM hit 140 and even 150 at a point of time. So I try to show that to you. So it came around 150, but obviously we can't book at that level. And right, again we came back. I'll meanwhile show the chart also how it was behaving. So we started trading when it was somewhere around here. So it went up, came down, and more or less consolidated the whole time. So here is where we did the adjustment around 2:30. When it fell here, we did the sorry, not here. So when it fell here, we did the adjustment, and after that we didn't see any need to do any sort of adjustment. So while I had placed the order to clear the C at 247 or 246, by mistake the order was not cancelled. It obviously didn't get executed, which you quite clearly saw here, but the order was not cancelled, so it gets executed on the later half. I'll just show that to you. And as we move ahead, so there is we haven't touched the position at all. There is nothing much we have done. So this is the time where I decide to book the profit, because it was around 1:30, and here is where we decide to book the profit. And you can see here, out of nowhere, when the market falls, here when the market falls or comes down, this stop loss which I had kept back then gets triggered. So I'll just show that to you. Right, somewhere over here, the market falls and the stop loss here now gets triggered, and so I square it off more or less at almost at break even itself. So here suddenly I won't realize what's happening, because I won't know how this extra 1,200 quantity came from. Where did this 1,200 quantity come? So but later I end up squaring off at around 250 itself. And I square off all the positions. Here you can see 1,54,000, but the thing is, we won't have market protection. That's the reason when I press square off, everything gets squared off at market rate, and it causes lot of slippage, and avoiding slippage is very hard. So you can see, even though I had 154, by the time I pressed square off and it refreshed, we came to a profit of 1,33,000. So there was nothing much we could have done about this. But overall, a pretty good day. We ended with around 1,33,000. So we hardly pay any brokerage. Less than 1,000 rupees will be our brokerage, and it's yeah. As you can see, we'll go back to the charts again. It's complete day of consolidation towards the afternoon, no move at all. If you had taken from morning also, it's more or less same. You can see the opening and closing is almost the same, no change at all. So even morning short strategies would have given you really good profits. So that's for the today's trade, guys. Hope you like the session, and also don't forget to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and share this with your friends. Thank you so much for joining.